Alright, thought we might do some recording here while implementing some new features for the Witch's Garden. I sudo UML'd this up over break, and now I'm back home, and I'm gonna start putting this in. So I think we should probably start with this narrative character request as a script. Let's create a narrative folder. I guess we haven't. See how this goes with Ryder exploding in the middle of this. Kind of feel like I want a fresh start with all these scripts. Let's do close all. What? Clicked the wrong one. Oops. I don't remember what our drop downs are for this project. Data. What the heck? Oh, that's okay. That's because it's about data. Narration will do. Should we abbreviate this? I never really care about order, but yeah, whatever. We'll let it figure its stuff out. What are we putting in here? We need to put in... Oh, we should have started down here. What am I doing? Put a space on the last one? You did. A string and a portrait. Actually, I don't think sprite is in the namespace. We'll probably be okay with this, actually. Yeah, we don't. Yep, that's fine. Okay, so now we can serialize characters, different templates with names and sprites. What's the next thing? We need narrative character dialogue. We'll call this. We should. I wonder if we should prefix all this stuff with narrative. Like, it's so generic that it could just be dialogue, right? But I'll at least put a character here. Maybe we'll just keep the same formatting though and put NC so it's all grouped well. Lines, I don't know. I think that there's a tag from Naughty Dog Attributes that will make this. Oh god, do I not have that in this project? I'd have to steal this from my other project. Yeah, but what? Where in here? Guess we just take the whole thing. Where is this? Very helpful. Okay. I don't even think it's called Naughty Dog. I think that's the studio. I think it's called Naughty Attributes. What it? It's just called Naughty Attributes. I'm saying Naughty Dog for no reason. I don't think they made this. Maybe they did. Who knows what the history is? It's a free plugin, so. I just gotta figure out what the tag is. Ah, crap. I always have to do this game. Open up another project to find the results that you want. Okay, I think I actually found it. It's resizable text area, so I don't think I need that project open. That'll make these much easier to work with. Do I want to put item request in a new class? Or a new file, I guess so. It's clearly... Could go in the items namespace, I guess. What else does it have on it? It's a toss-up. If anyone ever has a good answer on where you would put something, it's going to be an item request is going to be completely part of the character system, or the narrative request system, but it's clearly an item, so not sure where to put these things. Okay. Does it need to be classed, or have this being a struct? It's just serializable is all that really matters. Serializable item request. can't be an interface. Oh, these are going to have to be either generic of different types, because we have a ton of different item types, or do an enum thing. I forget if we can do this in the inspector. I don't think you can expose this. Why am I writing that? I'm going to figure this out in a few minutes. I'm not going to forget what I was doing. Now I have to put these items in this other folder. It's going to get annoying to bounce back between. Wait, these aren't even scriptable objects. I'm being... we're using SVN, so you got to get the folders right from the start. Character templates, character dialogue. And then this one is requests, character requests. Yeah, so you can't serialize an interface. So think about this for a second. Actually, who wants to handle the casting? We could... Damn. Even this is an interface here. Well, I think the right thing to do is probably... Are all the templates in here? Didn't I grab one template from here? We're going to make a shared class for the scriptable objects called... but they all override. Interesting. Abstract, and then we're going to make them implement the problem is that wait, is this public on this one? It is public, so we're gonna have to do public abstract type. work. How in the hell? Okay. What? Is this a scriptable object? Ah, oh, Jesus. Okay. Okay. I wonder. Why did I not? What did I do in here? What was here? Scriptable object. Weird. Why is the seed? Oh, because we don't take pictures of seeds. Amazing. Okay. Well. Debug.log. Not supported. It's a little hacky, but whatever. This probably needs an item. I don't know if this is gross to do it this way, because then we have to write overrides on all these things. But it is really enforcing the fact that it is inheriting a certain structure, being an item. Okay, so now our item request, close all to the right, should be able to serialize this. And yay, we can give it our items. Okay. Wonderful, wonderful workaround, and then something else can figure out how to unpack those based on its item type and all that shit. That should all work out plenty fine. Or at that point, I think it has a name, right? So you can just get the item name, compare that. Yeah. We'll do some string comparisons so nobody has to deal with unpacking things. Okily dokily. So this needs to also know about what? Character template. Character template and the dialogue. Duh, jeez. I'm still getting over a cold, so I'm pretty dumb right now. Character dialogue. Dialogue lines. Why is it suggesting I put an underscore there? That's not how I have writer set up. Look, it's going to fix itself. What? What in the hell? Okay, we got that now. Let's make some of these while it's fresh in my silly, cold, foggy brain. Oh man, what folder are we in? Dialogue? Nope. Wow, took a gamble there and we lost. Character templates. Narrative character template. Oh shoot. I forget all of our characters. I think we have a mermaid. Gladys. Gladys was a Cyclops. I'll just call it Cyclops. Gladys. Gladius? I don't know how she was spelling it. I don't think we have any art for characters in here yet. That's too bad. We'll pick a random... Perfect. Okay, so there's that. Character templates, dialogue. Yeah, character dialogue, Cyclops. I really want a... What does he want? The hot chocolate or the love potion? I really want a potion. Badly. So this is what that tool does, is lets you indent or new line things in here. Unless the newer version of Unity also allows you to do that. I wouldn't be surprised, but I haven't used Unity for anything but this project, or the newest version for anything but this project, really. Thanks so much for this yummy potion. Why did I capitalize potion? I always do that. My English is strange. Okay. So this whole reward system is probably going to be a little bit... Money, upgrade, research. I think I'm going to come back to that, because like this isn't completely fleshed out how like... how it's going to work. Let's go up. Narrative sequence. And let me just put that in there. Data slash narrative slash sequence. I think I figured out how to get Ryder to do this for me one time. I set up my getters and serialized fields in the way I like. Let's do sequence ID. I don't know if it's an ID or how we're going to use this. I just feel like we're going to need some kind of identifier, so I'll just put it in here at some point. It might be good for debugging. You might not actually use it in the game. We'll see which one we're stuck on. Could even override the to name instead. So when you print it, or over... What do we want? We got a little colon. That seems okay. Put this down here instead. Man, I got this thing not generating all my crazy lines that I love to have in here. I thought I had this project set up to do that. This is sad. I guess it doesn't matter for scriptable objects because they don't really do anything. We'll put them in here anyway. We gotta figure out where Writer stores this file again and change the template. Okay. Actually, I probably did for monos and not scriptable objects. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, we got that done. Now we need a mono singleton that loads the sequence. Whatever's been serialized to it. My green lines have appeared. Oh my goodness. Narrative sequence. So this needs to be a list of sequences. Or an array, but I like for each loop, so whatever. Alright, let's pause this. Alright, let's try to finish this up. We've got, let's see here, we've made the narrative sequence. It's a mono singleton. We need to do something on awake. Load. Maybe, I don't know, load narrative sequence? Or start it? What's going on with the IntelliSense here? Oh, it's I think we've got an initialize from here. Is it private? What am I? Protected. Override. Not sure what we're going to do here, but we're going to do it. Is there a runtime request? Is that what I'm missing here? Yeah, active character request needs to be a runtime thing that gets newed up. Sorry, I'm really zoning out here. This could probably be a struct. Unless we need this to do more things. Oops. I really need to remember how to get Writer to generate these things for me. Well, this has to be public. Yeah, I think I'm going to make it a class because I kind of want to just say like a public method that's like invoke complete response instead of passing that complete response around. Just feels kind of gross that somebody else would be doing it then. We are obviously going to need to change that on like what the callback is. What am I missing here? It's probably going to just be a this. I don't know. Yeah, it will. It'll probably be this type. Oops. So it could be the active request or the character. Probably the active request. We'll see. I feel like we need some of these. Separate our constructor and our fields and all that jazz. Okay, NC request is in there. So that means that our narrative system is going to need a public event on generate new what am I doing? That's what I want the name of it to be. probably going to want to take this from narrative character. From list / do the next thing. Ooh, I bet you we're going to use that. We're actually probably going to use that sequence ID now that I think about it. Yeah, we're totally going to use the sequence ID. So we need an actual, oh man, what was that under? That was this. Public string. I mean, you could give this an int to be optimized, but this isn't going to be that expensive. Or really an enum is always fun. I prefer those, but let's just get this thing done. That way you don't have to keep adding to every enum. It'll scale a little better. Yeah. Okay, so then this is going to need a... Okay, narrative system. Wait, takes in a narrative character request. We need a... I'm not sure if I want to give this the narrative sequence here. I guess at this point I'll try to separate out. Oh boy, oh boy. So when this thing comes out, narrative sequence, we have a list of narrative sequences. They're gonna need some kind of start conditions. Like, all of these aren't gonna start on round 1. So we're going to need conditions that unlock other sequences. Starting narrative sequences. And then part of the rewards are going to need to be another sequence. Oh. I don't have the reward thing in yet, but we're gonna have like a switch for like reward type, but maybe the UI will handle that first. For each var sequence in start, how are we gonna keep track of which ones are done and which ones aren't? I feel like we're gonna need to turn these into runtime, like runtime sequences versus serialized ones, because you can't write to this. You're gonna need to like keep track of that's tricky. Yeah, we're gonna need some conditions in here, I guess, but let me just finish hooking up this part, and then I'll think about this some more. So UI narration. Void awake. NarrativeSystem.on instance.on generate new request plus equals new request made. Jesus. Wake. I guess if I knew why I was recording this, I could maybe narrate what the hell I'm doing, but I'm just doing it for the hell of it, I guess. New request made. Okay, so this thing is now binded to that. I don't know if there will be any public things. Put this at the bottom. I guess I can't really make these yet. Oh, on request added, on request removed. Yes. I think we do need both. I need to hold on to these active requests? Somebody has to. I could just send them off into the ether. I feel like... Okay, that's interesting. I don't even know if we really do need an on-complete. Maybe I shouldn't write this before I know. Because somebody somewhere along the way I'm going to make this request. We're going to say tell the garden or shop UI and shop UI. Okay, so, and then if the shop holds the order, then it will be checking and it'll say on complete, and then on complete will go to here, which will then call this. Which will then update this, and then, but maybe, yeah, maybe the shop just, if it gets completed, the shop removes it because it knows that it's getting removed. So we might not need an on remove, honestly. Let's turn this one off. Yeah, let's just get rid of it. And then let's hang on to this. I feel like we're going to need to put this in a list. Active request instead of runtime request. We probably need a list of these. I'm not even sure if we really need a list of these. Feels like you would need to do that, though. Give the reward. Figure out if there's a follow-up. If there's a follow-up request. Wow, we're gonna need more conditions though. Like, there's gonna have to be turn limits that are like 3 turns after finishing this to start the next request. Or, you know, 1 turn after the game starts, or 2 turns after getting a spell book, or something like that. So that means like the narrative sequence can't just be a list of requests. We need like a dictionary of conditions to requests. Well, I think that's pretty good for tonight. I'll commit this. Toodles!